Breaking news, my wonderful people. Our very own brother has given statistics and evidences to prove to us that Nigeria is qualified for what we call a failed state. But you know the funniest thing, those who are there will never agree because they don't own up to truth and responsibility. They are a set of people you call disgrace, very disgraceful set of people who have no iota of care or concern for the nation. And what they do is very confusing because I don't understand these people. I'm trying very hard to understand them. Yeah? How they go about their disposition, what they do is very confusing. They've got no iota of concern and care for Nigerians. These are things that are happening. Well, my wonderful people, it is what it is. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. Let's get all the details. Nigeria qualified to be a failed state. Peter Obi gave full details with concrete evidences. Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, said with the current challenges, Nigeria is qualified to be a failed state. Obi stated this while speaking at the opening ceremony of the 2022 conference of the Nigerian Bar Association (NBA) held in Lagos on Monday, where Atiku, Tinubu's running mate, Kashim Shettima, were in attendance. Speaking on the theme, Bold Transition, Peter Obi said, Nigeria needs urgent transition from being a highly insecure country to a secured country. According to him, the country has met the three characteristics of a failed state. Obi said Nigeria is no longer in charge of its territories, and about 80% of the oil proceedings in the country are being stolen and goes to personal purse and individual pockets. The former Anambra governor noted that with the level of insecurity and economy mess, next year election should be about character, capacity, and competence. Obi added that what Nigeria needs in 2023 is a visionary leader, not a leader of emotions, religion, region, but a man who truly has the interest of this nation at heart. It says Nigerians must move from the current disposition and see themselves as a nation and a people who want the difference. They must do that which is absolutely right and necessary to ensure that Nigeria gets to that very desired position. We all have a reason to do what we do, but we must not forget the fact that we are a product of the decisions we make. And so Nigerians are being enjoined to ensure that they vote in the right people, because the decision we make will carry us for the next 4 years in the right or in the wrong direction. And that depends on what we decide. Well, my wonderful people, you can see for yourself clearly, very clearly. You don't need a dreamer. You don't need a prophet to tell you that this is what is happening. You don't need a prophet to tell you, okay, that this is what is happening. And the time to make that difference is now. You don't need a prophet to tell you that it is what it is. And Nigerians, we're doing all that is absolutely right and necessary for things to go well. Well, it is honestly the most important decision we need to make. Okay, every one of us must do that which is absolutely right and necessary. Okay, every one of us must rise up to the occasion, because it's about time we make the difference. It's about time we rise up to the occasion. It is, Peter Obi has given us the clear indications that, if our security is not in place, the economy is not in place, and our borders are porous, what else makes up a nation? I tell you sincerely, even between America and Canada, okay, there is the security personnel, immigration is on top notch, okay, is on top notch. I can assure you for free. In fact, if you want to, you can drive from America to Canada. You must show your immigration paper. People that try to pass through those areas illegally have themselves to blame. So we cannot just do things just anyhow. Things must be done decently and in order. Okay, this must be done, decently and in order. So something must be done recently. Something must be done really for us. Look at our economy. Is our economy in that position, in that place where it ought to be? What about our borders? The other day, some residents were saying, you know what, we see some residents were saying, you know what, we see people coming into the country from one of the borders in the north, bringing in camels and cows, no restriction at all. What's happening to immigration? How come these very borders that governs us and the neighboring countries are not being protected? We must do something. Otherwise, they'll begin to flow in and cause in more atrocities. Okay? Then what about the economy? Buhari has run it to the ground. It was January this year, 2022, that our very own brother, Peter Obi, came up and told Nigerians that the proceeds from, crude oil is going into individual pockets. It's going into individual pockets. It's not going into the federal government's account. And yet they tell us that there's no money because they know exactly what they are doing with the money. Okay, they know exactly what they are doing with the money. And that's why change is inevitable. It's inevitable. Every one of us must get on it. Every one of us must get on it. So this is what is happening. So it's time. It's time to begin to look out for what is absolutely right and necessary so we could move ahead, forge ahead and make a difference. Okay? So what do we need to do? Every one of us needs to arise. Every one of us needs to get on with it and ensure that the best of the best, okay, becomes our leader. Okay? It is what it is. Our borders are porous. Economy failing. Security, oh gosh. So what else is left? What else is really left? So it is a matter of urgency, most importantly, okay, that we all arise and ensure that we do not give occasion for the same thing to happen again and over again, and we're expecting a different result. It's not just going to happen. It's not. Leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Like us, share, subscribe. Click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. Don't forget, you have a voice. Let us speak out together and ensure that we do that which is absolutely right and necessary. Bye for now.